Hey everybody, Mark Walters here once again at Texas Frightmare Weekend, and sitting next to me is the man, the legend, Roger Corman. It is such a thrill to have you here in Dallas, Texas at Texas Frightmare Weekend. This is so cool because I never ever in my life thought I would get a chance to meet you, much less talk to you. And you're a man that has kickstarted so many amazing careers in this industry. The nicest thing is, one of the things you and I were talking about last night was I just recently was talking to Peter Fonda and doing an interview with him, and he right off the bat was bringing up and singing your praises about how, if it wasn't for you, he wouldn't be where it is. And I hear so many people say that. So I guess in a certain way, it's got to be very gratifying to be the man who helped get so many people started in this business and become these amazing legends that they are today. Do you think people realize the full extent of just how important you have been on the Hollywood industry?
Well, I'm not certain I've been that important, but I've started a number of guys. As a matter of fact, I was just looking at this magazine here, and there's an article about Jim Cameron's, who started as a model maker doing special effects for Minnie. Mm-hmm. And of course, he's gone on to have a pretty good career.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But again, I think that's one of those things where if it wasn't for you, who knows if he would be where he is right now. I think maybe eventually, but you definitely helped get it going. Now you're still putting out all these cool films. Everybody I know loves Sharktopus. Everybody I know, I cannot hear enough adulation thrown on that movie. And now we've got Dino Shark coming out. What else is in the works for you? You've always got irons in the fire, things coming out. What do you got coming up that we should know about?
Well, I've got a picture that's a follow-up to Sharktopus. I was a little bit worried about the title because I thought maybe we were too insane with this one, that we'd gone too far. But the thing became successful beyond anything we could think of. It got the highest rating on Sci-Fi and the Sci-Fi Channel in I don't know how many years. So I decided, okay, the audience seems to want these wild titles. So I had everybody in the office come up with the wildest titles they could think of, and Jim Wynorski came up with Piranhaconda.
I love it. It's so great.
We just finished shooting Piranhaconda a week ago in Hawaii.
Oh, that's great. And now, do you go on these trips? Do you actually spend time in Hawaii, and are you on set quite a bit? I mean, do you still stay very, very active in all this?
Yes, but I'm primarily there for pre-production.
Right.
Having been a director myself, I feel the producer's job is primarily in pre-production to get everything organized. Mm-hmm. I feel that if the director can say, cut, print on the first shot of the first day, the picture's halfway finished. So generally I'm there for a week or so in pre-production and the first couple of days of shooting. After that I leave. I've got other pictures to do, and I feel the production manager and the director should make the film. Of course, I look at the dailies every day. I will talk to them occasionally on the phone, but there's no real reason for me to be on the set.
Right. And the process is so much faster now with technology advancing and being the way it is. Looking at things like you mentioned the Sci-Fi Channel earlier, if the Sci-Fi Channel had existed back in the 50s and 60s when there was that huge sci-fi sort of / horror movie boom, what do you think we would have seen at that time? Do you think we would have seen some really amazing films coming out? Or it's so interesting now because I think it's opening the floodgates for people to come in and make new sci-fi movies.
Well, in the 50s and 60s, the Sci-Fi Channel would be just one of many ways to show this type of film, because you had theatrical and you had free TV and you were starting to get pay TV. Now it's much more important because most of these films are frozen out of theaters. Yeah. So the Sci-Fi Channel today would be more important than it would have been in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah. Last question I'll ask you. How do you feel about the current craze of remakes and reboots? Obviously, we just recently saw a remake of Piranha. I know that some of your other films are being targeted for remakes. How do you feel about that? Is that something that you think is a good thing, or what are your thoughts?
I'm sort of neutral about it. I'm positive on the basis that I get paid when they remake my films. I'm slightly negative because I feel the original film stands on its own, yes. And frankly, some of the remakes have not been quite as good as they should have been.
Yeah, absolutely true. The man is Roger Corman, and I honestly, sir, I cannot tell you what an honor it is to take time to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming to Texas Frightmare Weekend and spending time with us here.
Thank you.